Hey there, Julia here. Today I just want to take you along as I work through my CAWS journal. I have a whole video about what this CAWS journal is and me setting it up and all of that. I'll leave that for you right here to check out if you want. But I thought it would just be fun to do this. I've been working in my CAWS journal just about every morning, trying to just plug through 3, 4, maybe 5 inks a day and just getting this set up with all of my bottles of ink. But I thought, hey, let's drop you in right in the middle of me working on this and we'll do another 5 inks today. So I have a list of all of the inks, like bottled inks that I have, and I've just been going through every day and just going down the list, marking them off as I swatch them. And so I'll have that right beside me, so we have that. As far as swatching in the CAWS, I use these 4 things. I have my cocktail stirrer here, my little swizzle stick. I love the bulbous end on this. It makes for really great swatching. I have a Sailor Hokoto dip pen in fine with the feed. That is definitely key. I have another one with a medium nib, again with the feed. And then I have a Kakamori dip pen. And then this nib holder is by Papa J Studio. And this one has pieces of my wedding bouquet in it, so it is custom and not available, but I love this. I use it all the time. So yeah, we're just gonna get to it. I feel like I'm not gonna talk very much. I just wanted to pop you in this process and share. So I still need to make the dividers for these. I have them in alphabetical order. This right now goes all the way to H, or there's some H down here, but I have all of these that I've been working on, and then I've started down here. So we're gonna do 5 for 5. And this, I do believe, just looking at it, is Tomoe River paper. There is some View Corona in here as well, but they're similar enough where I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. And if you're wondering about the writing sample here, I just put on like a video or a podcast or my audiobook that I'm listening to, something, and then I'm just writing down random words as I hear them. So when I look at the writing sample, I'm not trying to read, I'm not trying to get too much in the weeds. I'm just looking to see how the ink looks, how it pools, how it just behaves in writing. Oh yeah, we need to write down the inks, and I'm using, this just says it's a Pentel pen. I got it in Japan and I've been really liking it. It says plastic fountain pen, but it's not really a fountain pen. It's like a little felty something. Okay, the first one I'm going to work on is Birmingham Pen Company's Interstellar Bronze. This one has sheen for sure. And then we're gonna do fine and a medium sample.
Excited to finally fill you guys in on this collection. It's so beautiful. They did such a good job with it, and I'm really excited to add some of these pieces to my collection. Me too. Because of all the cuts into it. This one kind of reminds me of like rain too.
Well, Ukai actually, so it's the Ukai series, and they all have a name that, so Japanese has a lot of words for a lot
So here we are with Interstellar Bronze. Very sheeny. It's super, yeah, super heavy on the sheen. But it's still really beautiful. Okay, the next one I'm gonna swatch is from Shoko Harada, and I got this at Tips last year, and I think this is definitely on the cusp of being a bottle versus a sample, but there's quite a bit in here, and so I just put it with the bottles. The name of this ink is Ironakikaze. I'm sure I am not saying that correctly, but I did attempt. It's a beautiful golden honey color.
The deep seasonal appreciation.
Yeah.
I think in Japan, so I feel like
It's true. It's so
some
true.
clear days,
Yeah.
if you're lucky, you know, things like that. But
Okay, yeah, I really like how legible this is, but yeah, that's really gorgeous. Reminds me of autumn. Okay, the next one is another really crazy sheener, and this is by Ink Institute. It's called Jadeite. It's really dark too. Ooh, and we're officially in the J's now. Yeah, this ink is super, super saturated, which also makes for a very wet writer. Yeah, and so here we go. Lots of sheen here. And as you probably could guess, takes a little bit to dry, but the base color is like this really deep, deep emerald green. So pretty. Okay, the next one on the list is Wearing Gold Jane Eyre, and I feel like I've seen this one around so much. It's super popular, but with good reason. It's such a pretty, beautiful lilac-y purple, very subtle shading, And yeah, it's just a really good ink. So let's get this swatched down in the CAWS journal.
They're currently video. For June, in my home in 2 weeks, I used my Lamy All-Star in the color Pacific with Pilot Irishizuku Yuyake, which means sunset in Japanese.
Here is this, very gorgeous. Looks like we're gonna get some pink fuchsia like undertones in here. As it dries down, we shall see. To me, it feels a little dry though. If you have Jane Eyre and have written with it, let me know if it's dry, because I think I had the same thought about it in a pen too, and I don't remember which pen I had it in, but I remember thinking that it was quite dry. So let me know, and next time I ink it up, maybe I'll try it in a wetter nib. Okay, finally, next on the list, I have the Sailor and Ancora collaboration ink. I got this in Japan as well, and they just had on their table an ink for every month, and so I got my birth month, June. And yeah, let's give this one a swatch. If I remember correctly, it's basically a bluish gray color. It's very watery, so to me that equals shady, like it shades. Which isn't always my favorite, it depends. I like my shading subtle.
Real estate agents are quitting. I've been a real estate agent for 2 years in Los Angeles. I have 2 listings in escrow right now, 2 more launching soon. I've learned a lot from it, and let me tell you, it's been harder than I thought it was going to be. I completely get why people are quitting. In this video, I'm going to talk about the reality of being a real estate agent, why people are quitting, reasons you might not want to get into it. Also, before we get
Okay, there we have it with June. I definitely like it more in the medium nib. This is getting a little, I mean, it kind of looks like a pencil, which is definitely a vibe as well, but I think I really like it in the medium versus the fine. And so that's why I like in this like comparison and writing sample journal in particular, having both the fine and the medium writing sample. Okay, so we started with Interstellar Bronze, which we can look at these a little closer if you want. Mostly dry, but yeah, whoo, look at that sheen. My local friend here actually made me a diluted version of this just because it's a little wonky in pens sometimes with all this like crazy sheen. So I think next time I use this, I'm gonna try her diluted version, but very neat. We have from Shoko Harada, and yeah, I really like this one. Very legible. Let's get this going in here. The next one we did was Jadeite, another kind of super sheener, or as I like to call them, sheen queens. Then we had Jane Eyre, possibly a little dry, but a beautiful color. And then finally, we did June, which is by Sailor and Ancora. All right, so we can put those in the CAWS journal. And thank you all for hanging out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you love fountain pens, inks, planning, and journaling. And oop, look at me right here. All right, everything's in there, yes. And hey, turn on notifications if you wanna be alerted for the next video, the next time we take a stab at some of these inks. Hoping I can get this done sometime soon, but it's a chore, but it's a nice fun chore, and I'm not rushing myself to get done with this. And I feel like maybe it would help me not to buy as many bottles of ink, because then that means I need to do more entries. But yes, again, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will catch you all in the next one.